everyone. So I finally finished this sketchbook. I don't remember the last time I actually finished one, so this is exciting. I'm using my headphones as a mic, so just ignore this. I've already tried to get it out of the way, but it just wants to make an appearance. Anyway, so this sketchbook is a Strathmore mixed media 500 series. I think for the last year I've been saying that it's a 400 series, so I lied. I didn't realize that it was 500 until I got to the very last page where the back says 500. Anyway, so for a while it was just blank on the cover, and these are kind of recent purchases. This is from Leigh Does Art. She opened up her shop I think in November of 2020, so I got one of these with the package. It's so cute. And then this is from Kit Draws. They have an Instagram, and I just love this frog so much. I think they have a pin still available for this. I'm not really sure. Then this is the Leigh Ellexson's Australia. What is it called? This is the Leigh Ellexson's. Why do I keep saying the Leigh Ellexson? I mean, I guess she is the Leigh Ellexson. But anyway, this is Leigh Ellexson's wildlife, Australia wildfire sticker thing. For every purchase, she donated the money. And then this sticker I made myself. It's actually for sale in my Etsy. I love it. Anyway, so we're gonna open it. So I know a lot of people usually skip the first page, but I didn't this time. And I bought this sketchbook with the intentions of only doing gouache artwork because I never really tried gouache before, and I wanted to spend the last year doing gouache, experimentation. Oh, yeah, it says here, I started this book in April of 2020. So this was made sometime last April. And I was pretty proud of it. I was still really into line work and stuff like that, and I was trying to get away from doing all that. Just to, I don't know, I was trying to get out of my comfort zone. Anyway, let's go to the next page. Okay, so I did this frog. It's from a Japanese folklore, but I did it without the line work, and I loved it. These frogs. This is just some acrylic paint. I was doing color theory practice recently, actually. This was actually done 2 days ago. The reason why this is so new compared to this one is because I was trying to get out of the habit of skipping pages. So I would only do one side of the page because I'm so used to using alcohol-based markers, and they would just leak straight through. So I was in the habit of only doing one side, but I went back and filled in some pages that I had skipped, so we'll be seeing that a few times. I've never done a color theory class, so I've been kind of practicing with that. You can see it's very magnificent. Oh, and here we have another beautiful color theory. And the little bear. This picture was based off of a photo I took when I was in Colorado. Yeah, it was oh, this is nice. The sticking. Okay, gotta love acrylic paint. Anyway, this is gouache. This is acrylic, but the gouache is the Gunnison National Park, Black Canyon Gunnison National Park. They have grizzly bears there. I didn't see any when I went, but I'm not sad that I didn't see them because they can be kind of freaky. Then doing some more acrylic practice. I mean, that's what the sketchbook is made for. Just doing experiments. I did a bunch of mushrooms. This little page fell off. This was actually done recently. I think I was just filling up the page because it's another one of those that I skipped over. It's a marker art. See, it kind of like bleeds through even through cardstock. But this is supposed to be the thumbnail. And then that's the art. And a little tree. Cute. I made a video on this robin. I was falling back into the line art phase again. And I didn't really have a direction with this. I was just drawing and I ended up doing this. Okay. Here's some little foxes I did. I turned this one into a sticker. I liked him a lot, so I really wanted him to be a sticker. And this was actually taken out of another book because of the whole marker. This is marker art with colored pencils. I actually put this piece over some swatches. You know, I think it's a fun way to fill up your sketchbook if you don't want it to just be like swatches. This is ink, actually. Winsor & Newton drawing ink. I wanted to see how it turned out in this book, and I actually liked it a lot. There's my burbs. I've turned these into stickers as well. And then here's some inks mixed with gouache and colored pencils. He's angry. He looks, actually they all look kind of mad. Here's some more, me covering up some swatches. This is still drawing inks with colored pencils. I was using this side as like swatches again. I was kind of getting into that habit, but I broke out of it. Then there's that again. Okay, get this out of the way. I really liked this bird. I liked how he turned out. I was really proud of it. Blue jays are my favorite. I liked how this turned out too. It's just fun. I used inks and then a white gouache to like do the more solid stuff. And then this was a swatch page for this, but I turned it into a piece of art, I guess. I thought it was fun to do that. And my frogs. These are Animal Crossing inspired frogs. This is Puddles, and that's Henry. I like the composition of this one more than that one. I like this area of that art, and then I really like the mushrooms, and then this little area right here. I think it turned out good. And the frog is cuter in my opinion. I also made a video on that too in my Animal Crossing thing. These ones are pretty fun. They kind of like, I can see some smudges from each other. But yeah, I was experimenting with brighter colors. So I picked like a palette with bright colors like the pink, the highlight pinks, and the highlighter yellow type colors. Yeah. Some fan art. If you guys are Adventure Time fans, then you'll know what this garden is, probably. The little donut garden with the creepy witch. BMO, he's very sad. I was trying to practice like clouds around the same time, but yeah, I don't know, I liked it. It's another one of those color palette practicing things that I was doing. This I didn't finish. I didn't like the way it was. I know obviously it's not done. I just didn't like it, so I stopped. This was one of those questionnaire things I had on Instagram where I asked like this or that, and this was like my first original sketch, But then I ended up just scrapping that and continuing with a different thing, and I came up with this, which I like more, because the thing was, it's supposed to be in the forest. It was going to be a night sky, and then it was a raccoon and bird. So I went with this composition where it's more portrait-y, the raccoon and the little hummingbirds. I just like it more. I think it's cute. And I was also in between painting this and waiting for things to dry, like little layers to dry. I was experimenting with different shades of blue and trying to figure out what the raccoon would look like. This was my original one, but I wanted him to look up at the moon, so I turned him around. This is a cat, just by himself. Love that. And then my toad, he's angry. This was based off of a photo my friend took. Obviously, I mean, the frog wasn't there, but this section right here was the photo, and then I added the frog with the mushrooms on top. I was kind of practicing like still life, or I don't know if that's considered still life, but I was just trying to replicate a photo, basically. Yeah. Some fan art of Princess Mononoke and more blue jays, because I love them. They're my favorite birds, or at least my favorite songbirds. Oops. Some ducks and chickies. This one's my favorite out of the two. This is inspired from Untitled Goose Game. He's got the keys and he's thinking of the bell. And then these flowers are also like seen in the game. I was just trying to make it relatable. And those are the swatches for it. This one's nuts. I don't really know how to explain this one, so I'm just gonna leave it here. I do like the way these trees turned out. I might try to replicate them in the future. Some birds. I was doing another palette practice, and I like drawing birds, so that's what I did. These little ladybugs. This is like the springtime birds, and this is the wintertime birds. Some cows, colored pencils, more cows. I was inspired the next day. I wanted to do more cows with a certain color palette, this one right here, and it's with gouache and colored pencils. These are some portraits I was practicing. I was thinking about doing some pet portraits commissions on my Etsy. I haven't opened that up yet because I just feel like I need a little bit more practice. But this is what I got practiced in. And some landscape practicing. I think the best is to make like small thumbnails of like just random landscapes that you find online. This one is actually from a Studio Ghibli movie. Then I did like a close-up of the flowers and another sketchy looking landscape. I actually really liked how this turned out. I think it would look good like as a bigger piece. Some more landscapes. I was trying to do some Studio Ghibli stuff. This is from Kiki's Delivery Service. This is Nausicaa. And then this is supposed to be from Princess Mononoke. I never finished it. I didn't like it for some reason. It's not that I got bored of it, I just lost motivation. So I moved on to other landscapes. I did try to redraw it again, but like in a closer, like this is supposed to be this section right here. But, oops. As you can see, I did not finish that either. I don't know. I guess I just wasn't feeling landscapey that day. Sometimes you can't make yourself do something because it'll just keep being more uninspirational. At least for me. I know some people can push through it, but some days I'm just like, ugh, can't do it. Then I got new colored pencils recently, and these are the little shades when they're like super dark. And I drew a bunch of plants. Oh, good. More acrylic paint behind there. This is crazy looking. It is supposed to be from Naruto. It's the 3 frogs, or toads. My sister wants me to paint a Naruto themed piece of art, and I was doing a big sketch of it, and then eventually I'm going to make it into like a bigger art. It's going to be like 24 by 18 inches, but I just wanted to like lay out what it could look like, and I got some acrylic paint, so I was like, oh, I'll just keep practicing my color theory and put it all here. So they're just like blobs, but I don't know. I think it's kind of busy looking, but maybe it's because it's so small compared to what it's gonna be. And I try to do more acrylic paints. This is at this point in the sketchbook is when I realized that I don't like doing acrylic paints on paper. I think I would much rather do it on wood or canvas, so I was struggling. It's just different. So I decided to remake this scene with gouache. That's that. And a little cactus. Yeah, this is my last page. I might draw something here or just stick something there, but this is my last page, and I'm kind of happy that this is my last page. Because it started out kind of strong-ish with this, and then it ended with this. I would like to think I improved using the gouache. I feel like, even though they're two completely different like things, but here it's kind of stiff looking. I didn't really like do any shading. I just did like colors, like solid colors, and this being darker was an accident. I remember that because it mixed in with the blue. But here I used multiple colors and did some shadings and like highlights. I don't know. I think it looks better. I think I improved over the last, wait, how many months has it been? Over the last like 9 months. So yeah, that is the end of my sketchbook. Wow. It's been a long time since I've finished an entire sketchbook. I do have a new one that I'm working on now, and it's a smaller version of this. It's like this big. So the art's going to be much smaller, but I'm going to be traveling in about 3 weeks. So I'm hoping that I can fill it up while I'm traveling, and it's the perfect size. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video and liked my sketchbook, and can't wait to do it again. Just gonna do a quick flip through and let you guys kind of see it again. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one.